Hey everyone, welcome back to A Link to the Past. I'm Prince B, and we are about a little over halfway through the first temple in the Dark World, the Eastern Palace or whatever. I always just called it the Dark Palace, I don't remember the official name. Anyways, stupid thing. Last time we got halfway through it, and we retrieved the item of the dungeon, the hammer. So, we're just going to be looking at finishing up the dungeon here, and moving on. Let's come on. There we go. Alright. And I said last time that we don't need any more money to beat the game, but, you know, it's here, so we're just going to grab all the rupees while we can. Alright, got full fairies, got our bow. Alright, I'd say we're looking pretty good. Hopefully we can get this last anti-fairy or whatever it's called over here and restore our health. I don't think there's actually too much left in the dungeon. But again, it's been a few years since I played through A Link to the Past, so some parts of my memory are fuzzy. But look at that, full health. In exchange we have no magic, so let's see, we go down here and smash. And behold, we pushed it and it started vibrating so fast it became it stopped being physical matter and it just phased through the statue. Oh, ow. That was not my goal. There we go. No, nothing in there. And I think we need the hammer here. Change that. Some of this just, well, most of it's because I've played this game like so many times. It's one of the most played Zelda games that I've done, if I remember. I don't remember if I mentioned that. This and Ocarina of Time are probably the two most, and then Majora's Mask. No, Wind Waker is definitely more than Majora's Mask, even though I mentioned in my Majora's Mask review that Majora's Mask is my favorite. I got that one considerably later than I got most of the other Zeldas, because it was hard to track down a copy of that collector's edition. So Majora's Mask isn't played as much as some of these other ones. And also, I always do them in one full sitting, and so... And Majora's Mask, for whatever reason, the other Zeldas I don't feel the need to complete them 100%, but Majora's Mask I always at least get every single mask if I don't get every heart piece. But now I've actually 100%ed it twice with all heart pieces and everything, complete the Bomber's Notebook, all that. My point though, I have played A Link to the Past enough times where a lot of this is just like really ingrained into my mind. I don't remember exactly how long the dungeons are or whatever, but I have a fairly good idea of which areas go in what orders. I know which switches we need to hit so that we don't have to backtrack, so on and so forth. Minish Cap would be up in a list of the ones I've played the most. I love Minish Cap. No one... I think I've talked about this too. Problem is when we're 10 episodes or so deep into this, I start to forget what topics I've covered and whatever. So I don't remember if I've already talked about what Zelda games I've played the most or whatever. But I feel like Minish Cap is one of those ones that's just always overlooked. I think it's a really fantastic game, especially in the Zelda franchise, but I don't know, I think if I remember correctly, I was still I was like 10, 11, somewhere around there when Minish Cap came out. But I think Minish Cap came out toward the end of the Game Boy Advance's life cycle. So at that point the DS was gonna take over and everything, so I think a lot of people just kinda forgot that Minish Cap kinda existed. Kinda like what happened with Majora, where it came out towards the end of the Nintendo 64's life cycle. But here we have our first real boss Humorously, I say that after spending 20-30 minutes trying to fight that stupid worm thing. Oh no, we lost. But we have fairies, so it's all good. But, again, I consider the first 3 dungeons warm-up dungeons. I don't consider them like full-fledged dungeons like this. So I consider this guy, the Helmarok King, hail to the king, to be the first real boss. And he fits that because he is the king of the Helmasaurs or Helmaroks or whatever. I don't remember. I think Helmarok was actually Wind Waker. It was a bird. So this one's the Helmasaur King because it's a dinosaur. Yeah. Respect where it's due. Look at that gigantic jewel he has. Fitting of a king. I really loved him in. Oh well, nah, I won't spoil that. Anyways, oh no. Yeah. Again, this guy's the first like real, like challenging boss. Let's see how many times I can someone needs to go back, or I will, at the end of this, and see how many times I blamed the keyboard for my poor skills at this game. But, even without that, he can be kind of challenging. This your first Dark World boss. Enemies start doing more damage here. Your sword and armor are starting to feel insufficient. And, it doesn't really matter. We still killed him. We got our heart piece and the crystal. Huzzah! First dungeon down. I believe there are 6 to go, and then the final dungeon. So we're 7 maidens, I think, so 1 for each dungeon. Anyways. Behold. Link, because of you, I've escaped from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. This world was once the golden land where the Triforce was hidden. But because Ganon, the leader of the thieves, wished it, this world was transformed. I'm sure he's intending to conquer even our light world after building his power here. His hope is to use us maidens and the power of the sages that has been passed on to us as the key to open a larger gate between the worlds near Hyrule Castle. But the gate is not completely open yet. There is still time. Together, we 7 maidens can break the barrier that protects Ganon's hiding place. I also lost the ability to talk somewhere in this monologue. I can tell you where the other girls are held. I believe you will destroy Ganon. I will return to my original form at that time. Do you understand? Yep. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. And we're fully healed. Didn't replenish our fairies, unfortunately, so I'll have to do that. But with that, first of 7 crystals, 7 I think, and we're gonna come back here. I think there's something we can pick up down here. I played A Link Between Worlds much more recently than this, so certain aspects of that are blending together, so I don't remember if it was something in A Link Between Worlds or something in this version. But I feel like there's something down here that I can go get now that I've got the hammer. Yeah. First, we're going to come in here and get that guard off my back. Actually, I think that was a fairy fountain, so we're going to go restore our fairy supply. Yeah, I could get potions, but they cost money, and I mean, I'm not wanting for money at this point. But fairies do it automatically, so with the clunky keyboard controls, add another to the counter, I don't have to worry about trying to pull up the menu at the last minute. Let's see. Is there something down here? I thought there was a heart piece here. Maybe that was A Link Between Worlds, or maybe I'm just completely confusing my locations again. Let's see. Talk to this weird bird guy. Tell you a profitable story for 20 rupees. I don't need your story. I love stories, but no, I don't. I already know most of the secrets of this game. I don't need your stories. Yeah, it looks like I was confusing it with either another location or a Link Between Worlds or just another Zelda game entirely, but nothing there for me. Man, see? These guys hit considerably harder than in the Light World because... Okay, there's the second dungeon that we need to hit. But, we're already over half dead at this point, so... Oh, come on, get off me. Ooh, joy, 1 heart. That beeping. That is a mechanic that I hate about Zelda, is just that beeping. I mentioned that last episode. I know I talked about it last episode. Sometimes I'm not sure if I talked about something last episode or 5 minutes ago or whatever, but I know for a fact I talked about the beeping last episode. We're just gonna kill ourselves. I don't want to deal with that. That is so obnoxious. I didn't get fully healed. See, this is where fairies start to become less valuable because they don't heal you entirely. And you could make the argument that I should be getting red potions at this point. But I don't feel like it, so whatever. I'm trying to find bombs. I didn't mention that, but I'm completely out of bombs, so I'm trying to find bombs in the grass, and it's not working so good. Actually, if I remember correctly, there's the guy who has the bomb shop right up where our house is in the Light World, so maybe I should just go up there. Just cut a little more grass. Everyone knows the most important part of a Zelda game is lawn mowing. What was that even started in? Was that... I'm guessing that was started in this game and then brought even more to the forefront in Ocarina of Time, but everyone knows Zelda is actually a lawnmower simulator. Can't wait for Lawnmower Simulator on Wii U. It's gonna be fun. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not getting nothing over here. There's also something somewhat addicting about cutting the grass for whatever reason. Just like cut all the grass. No, get off me, get off me. No, get out of here. I should go up to the bomb house, but oddly enough, I'm not lazy enough that I feel fine cutting grass, but I'm too lazy to walk up 3 screens and go get bombs, but at this point it's kind of ridiculous, so I feel like there's a fairy fountain in that hole there, and I want to get more fairies and get healed and junk, but I'm just gonna come through here. 100 rupees for 30 bombs. Oy, that is like highway robbery right there. But we'll get it, just because I don't want another 20 minutes of me buying looking for bombs in the grass. Can you even find bombs in the grass in this one? I feel like that may be something I made up, because I know you can find them in other games. And we're dead. I swore you could have gotten fairies, or fairies in this one, but maybe that's in the Light World. If it's in the Light World. No, it was the Light World. Take some rupees, but don't tell. Oh, 300. Thank you, sir. Look at that nice guy who was for some reason trapped in the side of a mountain. Just paid for our bombs and then some. Again, we're not exactly hurting for money right now, but, you know, I may do some of the gambling side quests just to give our life a little bit of an oomph before we go take on the final boss, so it's nice to have rupees to pay for those games without having to scour everywhere. But the real thing I was looking for all this time was a fairy fountain. And it wasn't even the kind of fairy fountain I was hoping for, where I could get more fairies to catch. But, you know what? We'll take it. I know where we can get more fairies up ahead, so... Sorry for wasting like 5 minutes of the video just cutting grass. Get off me. Live and learn, right? Or in my case, live, learn, forget about it, and waste everyone's time 20 minutes next episode. Get off. No, ow. Get out of here. Level 2, Swamp Palace. So, as you can see, we can't get in here yet. There's a little telepathic pad thing. The Shirashala will tell you what you need to do, but you know what? I already know, so we're just going to save time after that grass cutting expedition. And I'm going to show you. First, we're going to come up here. And, behold, another anti-fairy. I'm going to get you. And... Oh, I missed. So we're going to go out. Basically, I'm just going to I'm going to waste 2 more minutes of your time just getting fairies. And that's mainly because once we get the flute whistle thing, it'll actually be, like, worth it to, like, go to the fairy fountains and get fairies, or go to the potion shop and get potions before and after each dungeon. But right now, it's like, you just gotta get them when you can find them. Because otherwise, it'll take just as much time to go run all the way to the potion shop and buy 3 potions, and then run back. Actually, it'd take longer, but whatever. There we go. That fills our fairies up. And now, we did this earlier. We pull this, and the water flows. The water drains out. We did that earlier to get a piece of heart way back, like episode 5 or 6 or something. And now, we do it again. And behold, the water's all drained again, just like we did last time. Yep, get off me. And we come through here, and go back in, and there's now water for us to swim through. But we are going to call it here. Join me next time for the Swamp Dungeon. Thank you for watching as always. If you enjoyed, go ahead and give it a like or subscribe. And see you next time for more A Link to the Past.